Here we go. Part 2 of this thrilling episode. So we've just had the MT8 out. Look at that new battery. I tell you what, say what you want about TRAXXAS, but those batteries are so beautiful. I mean, they're the world's most expensive batteries. If you remember that Wheelspin and TRAXXAS sorted me out and got me a replacement battery because my last one failed. After a year, I mean, I thought that was brilliant. It's a brand new battery, and it fits perfect, and everything's perfect. I do like that. I can see why people get into it all, because it's so lovely for everything to sort of work and click together instead of having to like solder things and mess about with stuff. Like the batteries don't have any balance cable. You haven't got to mess about with balance cables. It just kind of does it all for you. You just plug it in and press balance, do you know what I mean? And it just does it for you, and you plug it in and press charge, and it storage, it just does it all. It's all amazing. Obviously for £140 of battery, you'd probably want it to do that. So, you know, they are dear, but then these cars are dear, aren't they? TRAXXAS. But if you get into it, you know, like the whole, they call it something, don't they? What do they call it? There's a word for it. Can't think what they call it. You know, where you're into the whole thing. I can't think. Anyway. Wow, this feels slow compared to the MT8. But it'll probably last longer. But not if I do that. Then again, yeah, it probably will, even if I do that. Tough as old boots, this thing. So, brand new battery, courtesy of TRAXXAS and Wheelspin under their warranty. Had to fill in a form, send off the details. I also had to get a serial number off the battery, which was quite hard work, seeing as the battery was a year old and all taped up. So I had to like peel off all my electrical tape to you know how you do to try and seal up your battery when the outer casing tears. But luckily under there was the ID code I needed. But yeah, no questions asked really. Brilliant. And they're not paying me to say they're not paying me to say that. I don't think they know that I've got a channel that no one watches on YouTube, so there's no like affiliation or bullshit. I am just a normal customer, I think, as far as they're aware anyway, God knows. So my advice is, if you do buy a eye-wateringly expensive battery and it lets you down, just let them know where you bought it from and see what they can get away with, I guess. I'm sure that's all they do. This has got an M2C bash bar fitted. Did that last time out, and I've reverted, if you remember, to the stock mount pretty much. It's not all stock. There is still a little bit of GPM 7075 in there. I think the motor plate might be, tracking's off. I think the motor plate is GPM. I think it all hooks up to. God. That was especially bad. Got all new hubs on this as well. Did that last time, didn't I? New hubs, new C hubs, new rear hubs, new tyres. So yeah, should drive nice and straight when the tracking's sorted. And it does do. The centre brace means that the middle of the truck obviously isn't flexing as much, which I think means I probably can get away with this stock. This. Hey up, mate. Haven't you? What, the dog? I hope I don't scare him. Oh, he's a big lad, isn't he? She. I don't think there'd be much left if she got hold of it.
It's got a bit since I used to race it.
Yeah, bit stronger now, aren't they, I think? Bit less fragile. I mean, they still break,
Yeah.
but it's going to, innit, you know. If you do this, you're going to break them, aren't you? So it's one of them, really. If you drive it around a football pitch, it'll last forever. Yeah. It's just the accelerator and the brake will control them in the air a bit, yeah. A little bit, you know. You can square it off, you know. Gets you out of the house, doesn't it? See you, mate. Didn't like that. Can you hear it? Making some funny noises now. Let's have a look. Big dog, wasn't it? That? I think it was a St Bernard's. She was a big dog. Yes, yeah, so that landed square. But did you hear the motor changed? It's all about listening, isn't it? I can't see anything. Alright. So I think I was just saying that the mount underneath that bar should be enough. I was hoping for the stock, the bash bar underneath, not the mount. I was hoping that the bash bar underneath would be enough to prevent anything sort of coming away around the motor, you know, and stop it from losing mesh and stuff. But it would appear after that landing and the subsequent noise, maybe not. Although it might have just bent the middle drive shaft, because it's got the same thing as the Maxx. It's got that. You can hear it. It's got a tubular aluminium centre drive shaft. But then I wouldn't expect that to bend, because it's got the bash bar on, which you think would stop that from bending, wouldn't you? That was a good hit on the nose. That tested the bash bar. But it's driving all right. I think I did actually put a new front bumper on this. I think I put a new front bumper on with the new spring thing in it. So that probably paid off there, because that was a real nasty one right on its nose. Yeah, that's all new, all that there. Everything's in position, looks all right. Disconnect, that's unusual. Whack it back in. Mount feels solid. It's quite early, it's about 8:30 in the morning. 10 to 9. So I don't normally see anyone, but people probably walking their dogs before work or something. You're a nice chap there. Everyone I ever meet seems to have raced these in their youth. Which might be true actually, because the people who stop, who have an interest, I suppose are people who have got an interest, so they probably did. If you weren't interested, you wouldn't stop, would you, and talk? This is doing my nutting. Might get rid of this. See how we get on without it. I know how we'll get on without it, the shell will come off. So far so good. Great truck, absolute beast. shreds, doesn't it? This is what it's landing on, look. It's basically tarmac, isn't it? I wish it was more that. You know, like this stuff. Do you know, I could probably angle that ramp and soften it a bit. It's just landing on gravel rather than tarmac. So much easier on it, isn't it? You can hear it. Yeah, I think next week I'll do that. I think I'll move the ramp so it's gravel landings rather than tarmac. Still not sure what that noise is. Tell you what, let's try it. Why not? If I put that there on a flat bit, got very little steering to the left. Always reminds me a bit of the Vortex, this. It's quite, I always think it looks quite low. Quite sort of vortexy, you know, if you beefed up a Vortex. Doesn't quite look right, does it, the ramp, but about to see the car. Yeah, it's a lot softer on it, isn't it? Oh, it's the bugger. So yeah, I'm not sure what that knocking noise is. See if I can work it out. I think it is the... I think it might be the drive shaft. Maybe it's this colour that reminds me of a vortex, because they did a vortex in that colour, didn't they? They did like a green and blue vortex. I love the vortex. All them 3S's are good. That granite of mine's good. I used to have a vortex and I sold that to a pal of mine's mate, and it was a dead good car. Ran it with granite tyres. Are they Fortress? So I ran it with some granite tyres, put the Armour mega expensive aluminium suspension on it, put the Armour mega expensive drive shafts that they did for the 3S, the metal ones. It used to rip open its drive shafts on grass. If you were turning like that and give it some on high traction, it just pop open those little plastic drive shafts. So I put the Armour ones on. So I think we're 80 quid. They're dead dear, I remember it being dear. But then that never ever failed. The suspension never blew, because those plastic ones were a bit notorious, weren't they? They were all right though, but so yeah, spent a lot of money on it really. But it was a great car, dead fast. This just reminds me of it a little bit, you know, like a what do they call it? It had a name, didn't it? Was it a trophy truck? I can't remember what they called it. It wasn't a trophy truck, was it? It was stadium truck. I think it was a stadium truck. It was this style. And this just reminds me a bit of that. Quite a low centre of gravity. You little bugger. I don't run a wheelie bar. Sometimes I think I should. But I just think they look a bit crap on this. A bit big. Right, last one. Oh, trying to get the tracking done. Where am I going? That looks alright. Great batteries these. Brand new battery. Loads of go. Loads of time in it. Still not right. Let's get it on the gravel. Just lost everything then. In mid-air. Oh, so we'll call that quits. I think the battery's just come out, I would guess. Oh no. Turned off. Not sure why. Mount's all alright. Warm. Really warm. Oof. Motor's red hot. Let's open it up a bit. These things are great for keeping the crap out, but obviously do keep a bit of warmth in. We'll leave that up just to let it vent a bit. Not sure if that fan's even going. Oh, lost a fan wire up. That's why the motor's so hot. So definitely get a rocket fan for it. Can you see? I've lost my cooling. Okay. Okay. We can deal with that. Oh. That's that rattling. Sounds like it's coming from the back. But on these, everything comes from the back because everything's at the back. Turn it off. Right, 9:10. MT8 was a bit short-lived, wasn't it? But that was on the other video, so if you haven't watched that, that's the other one. This is brilliant, obviously. Bit of a knock, but landed on concrete. What do you expect? Try to do this next time, maybe. Anyway, man with the dog, quite nice, wasn't it? Finger bandage still there. So yeah, thanks for watching. Adios.